G'day guys, Piranha back with another video. After making my video about keeping shrimp with fish, I thought it would make sense if I made a list of my top 5 fish to keep with shrimp. I know people debate if certain fish are shrimp safe or not, and for this list, the fish I have chosen are more on the safe side. They may eat some babies rarely, but will not munch down on adults and whatnot. So yeah, they'll keep the population of shrimp maybe at bay, if anything, and yeah, they might just have a snack every now and then. So these are my top 5 fish to keep with shrimp. Coming in at number 5 is the guppy. The reason I chose the guppy for number 5 is I believe they tend to eat more baby shrimp than the rest of the fish on this list. They still make it into the list because they themselves are easy to breed, which means you can breed the shrimp and the guppies together, and you can sell them and sell the shrimp together and, you know, have a good kind of profit coming in or paying back what, you know, keeping your fish and shrimp kind of costs. So they're really good for that. You can also keep Endler guppies if you're looking for a different look on the guppies. I know some people aren't a fan of the flowy tails. Endlers have really sharp colours and they look pretty nice. I'm thinking about getting them myself. And they've got some really bright colours. So yeah, coming at number 5, that's the guppies. Number 4 is the neon tetra and ember tetras. There are some other tetras, but I'll get into that in a sec. So I've been keeping neon tetras and cherry shrimp in my aquarium for maybe 6 months or a bit over 6 months, and I have had some pretty good results. Tetras, they do, I'm guessing, I haven't seen it, but I'm sure they do eat baby shrimp every now and then. But as I said, I haven't seen it and I've kept them. And I started with 3 cherry shrimp. I now have probably 50 plus in my tank with the tetras. So that just goes to show that they will breed and they will populate. Maybe not as fast because some babies get eaten, but if you feed your fish and your shrimp well enough, it should be fine. They come in different colours like black and green neon tetras. Ember tetras, they're really orange. They look really nice up against green. If you have embers and cherry shrimp, it looks really cool. You can keep them with, I guess, any shrimp. With most of these shrimp that I'm talking about, I'm leaning more to Neocaridina instead of Caridinia. I think that's the one. So for me in Australia, you know, Caridinia costs a lot more than Neocaridina. Caridina. Yeah, so that's what I go with. Talking about more just cherry shrimp and, you know, blue dreams and that sort of thing. So yeah, I really like the tetras. I think it's a good combination for your shrimp tank, or, you know, add some shrimp with your tetras. For number 3 is the Harlequin Reticles. The Harlequin Reticles are really awesome looking fish. They behave similar to the neon tetras, but they have a bit more character and a bit more like sharper and harder colours. They have some really cool little like pork chop kind of, or lamb chop kind of little, like black mark on them, which I really like. I haven't kept them myself, but I was very close to getting them instead of my neon tetras. It was sort of just a money thing at the time. I was like, oh, they're a bit cheaper, the tetras, so I'll get them. But yeah, if I could go back, I would grab them. They're really nice looking, and they're pretty shrimp safe. For number 2 is the Autosync Lists. Many people say that it's the best fish to keep with shrimp, and I'm not a huge fan of them. They do look cool and I like how they scoot around, but personally I just don't really like them. They are fun to watch though, but yeah, not a huge fan. I think that keeping them with shrimp is risky, not because they will eat the shrimp necessarily, but because they're eating the algae and the things that the shrimp like to eat. And last but not least is the Corydoras, coming at number 1. They are an amazingly cute little fish, the Corydoras. I'm talking about more the dwarf Corydoras. You can keep bigger ones, but you do run the risk of them eating babies and stuff. They don't chase the babies, they don't actively hunt for them, but if they're, you know, digging around in the sand, as they do, and a baby's there that doesn't move or something, I'm sure they would just munch it up. But like I said, they're not going to actively go for it. They're not really a, hunting kind of fish. They're good because they can dig through, if you have sand, dig through the sand and stir it up a bit, which will release any, gases that are starting to build up or anything like that, or, yeah, mix it all around and you don't have too much of a problem. They'll eat scraps as well, so if you, overfeed your shrimp and you don't use a bowl, they'll come through and clean up, most of the stuff. You will still have to feed them their own food anyway. But yeah, they're really good. Yeah, I haven't kept them. I'm gonna keep them very soon, and I really want to get some because I think they'll be awesome with some shrimp. But yeah, they're coming at number one just because they're so damn cute and they are pretty damn shrimp safe. So that's my list. That about does it. If you do plan to keep any of these fish with the shrimp, just make sure there are plenty of safe hiding places. That's probably the main thing with any of these fish or any other fish. You can keep shrimp with a lot of things still. You always are going to run the risk of, a baby being eaten because they're so small, and fish are kind of opportunists. So, Java moss, logs, rocks, all that, many nooks and crannies as you can, and you'll have more success. And for things like guppies, having lots of moss in there will get them to spawn and they'll have babies in the moss. And, it's a win-win situation. Moss is very good. Get your moss. So that's about it. I wouldn't recommend, like I said before, crystal reds or crystal blacks with fish if you're trying to breed them. I only say that because they cost a lot where I am, but obviously if they're cheap for you, you might as well try it out. Testing those things and experimenting is always handy, and you can grow, the fish hobby, if you learn those things, find those things out. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll try and do more of these if you like them. Just forgot to mention in the recording there, I will be doing a 100 subscriber giveaway once I hit 100 subscribers. So if you want to, get a chance to enter that, I guess you got to subscribe so we can get to 100. We've been growing pretty well so far. I think I've got, like 10 in the past couple weeks, which is a lot at this point in time. I'm still working out what I'm going to give away, but I'm thinking of a few things that are obviously fish related. I've got a air pump that is, brand new. I haven't used it. I'm not planning on using. So I thought, might as well give that away to the industry. I'm sure someone can make use of it. I've got, a few other things that are, handy to have in your fish room. So yeah, if you do want to, get a chance to enter that, subscribe, and I'll have another video up about it once we hit 100 subscribers. So yeah, thanks for watching again.